I have had moments where I reflect on things that I was told when I was younger. When you go on those trips, and there's always this idea of like, make sure you act right, like we're in the white neighborhood. It doesn't make sense that everything nice or everything that runs the way it's supposed to run is just not in my community. It's crazy that we have that ingrained into us, that it's normal. It's time for it to stop now. I ate like a normal kid. They actually used to call me the human garbage disposal. I will say that I grew up in a household that was more health conscious. A lot of people who are living in places like this, they're eating out, like they're eating fast food and they're eating lots of snacks. I had situations when I became an adult where people who I went to high school with, and there's like a pair, and the person is like, "What's this?" And I'm just like, "What?" Like, I thought we all knew about the same stuff. It really does make a difference what your family exposes you to, and just because you guys grow up together, you don't know what's going on in their house. And just these ideas and these statistics about diabetes and heart disease and everything else stop being just things that you learn in school or things that you hear about on the news, but it actually becomes people that you love passing away. It just made me mad that people complain about these health epidemics, but there's clearly nothing around for people to eat that's better. And I didn't want it to be that way anymore. So I started a supermarket. Just to let me know you really vegan since seeing that new health flick. Heard you won't eat bologna, stop eating honey, stop eating hot dogs too. Maybe we could come help you. You will never get real food from corporations. What's done is done. You don't want nothing else to do with them. Let me tell you a secret. They've been sneaking in ingredients, lying on labels, in spite of what the front of the package say. Why they on packages playing tricks like that? How can it hurt people just to get rich like that? Ooh, no, they didn't. Ooh, yes, they did. Ooh, no, they didn't. They do it again. Stuff in your face with fast food and chips when you know you need too much nutrition for meals like that. How you gonna get strong eating like that? We can be your supermarket if you need greens. Cause you need food, you need food, you need food. We source about half of everything we sell locally, so we get it straight from the farmers. They pick it, they bring it the morning of, and that allows us to sell food affordably. Also, a portion of our produce, we try to get leftovers or donated produce or just produce that's slightly impaired that the average grocery store wouldn't want to put on their shelves, but that's still totally edible and that's still high quality. Everything we sell is organic. So we have a 1-for-1 program, and it allows people to get groceries for themselves and then also give groceries to someone else or to a family. I think it's really important for people to do what they can to help others. It doesn't take $1 million and it doesn't take like these huge undertakings. We started with like $100. That was our budget when we started. And so we just grew everything from there. As far as how the boxes work, it's really centered around what a single person on EBT or food stamps has to spend on food in a month. And a lot of the times it's about $200 or a little less than $200 that you have to eat for the entire month. $3.25. Okay, I'll go grab it. It can be challenging and it can be abstract, and sometimes you're just like, why am I doing this? Like, if I don't come, like, is anybody even gonna notice that the food is gone? You know what I mean? And you wonder, like, should you even keep doing this, etc. It was like I woke up one morning and we're on Afropunk, and people were like freaking out all over the country, like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, people were just like really happy. Like, that was just confirmation that this is something that people need. Not only that people need, but that people want, and people are not just living in these situations because they like eating junk food, but people actually want fresh food all over the country. I would love to be able to create a culture around health so that it's not just providing the food, but it's making sure people know how to use it. We have a person who says to us, well, I haven't cooked in like a year because I just haven't had time to like get to the grocery store, and me signing up for these boxes has made me start cooking again. And he like sends us pictures of everything that he makes and like him juicing, or people texting us like, hey, what's this? Like, it might be just fresh basil in a box. And I'm like, it's basil. You can turn it into pesto. This is what you do. Like you're like sending recipes. So it makes me happy to see everything in action and people using the food. And it's very rewarding given the amount of work that goes into running the operation. I actually have customers and they actually get their food from me. And not everybody can say that. That's not just like that's not something that people just say on like a normal basis. Like, people are actually getting food that they put into their body from me. So that's really beautiful. And I try to remember that as much as I can.